Welcome back to the YouTube channel of Hollywood Sports. If you're new to the channel, guys, hopefully I'll earn the right and I'll earn your respect to hit that subscribe button. But we want to talk about some Redskins news right now. And you know, when we talk about Redskins, when we're looking at defense, guys, yeah, you read the title. They hired a new defensive back coach. You see him in the background right here. His name is Ray Horton. But when we look at the Redskins defense, guys, I think we had good personnel on defense. We had a lot of talent on defense, but we were in the wrong positions a lot of times on defense, you know, and our scheme seemed like in most games, as I see it, we tried to do something different. I don't think we had the personnel for. You know, we tried to send a lot of pressure. We tried to do a lot of blitzes, like safety blitzes, corner blitzes. We try to bring a lot of pressure on defense, which is good. You want to be an attacking defense. You want to be an aggressive defense. But I don't think we have the personnel to do that type of defense. And that's why we gave up so many big plays. You know, and Washington, man, you know, it's like we were not a good tackling team. We gave up big plays because of tackling. And a lot of times when you try to do a lot of blitzes and create a lot of pressure on defense, you end up with your players in one-on-one situations. And we don't have that type of personnel that can make those open field tackles like that, which caused us to give up big plays. And if you'll notice in the beginning of the season, Washington defense was ranked pretty high because normally in years past, people tried to run on Washington. Washington really didn't have a good defensive run stop team. So when they brought in Jonathan Allen, Deron Payne, they're bringing a lot of defensive guys to stop the run. That was their main goal, to stop the run and be a strong front down and those down linemen. So Washington started out pretty good, but what happened was teams started attacking Washington with the quick passes because they were doing pretty good at stopping the run and getting pressure. But then it all turns out when people get more film on you, they understand how you work, they understand how to beat you. And how teams were beating Washington was getting them in situations where they weren't making tackles. They weren't getting to their spots quick enough. And I think a part of that reason also was the defensive play calling. They were not in the best positions to make the best plays. And that's why Washington gave up so many big plays last year. I mean, they gave up like big plays, man, like things that you don't normally give up, things that, you know, the odds of completing were low. But when it comes to Washington's situation, they were giving up a lot of big plays. You would think, man, why did they just give up that big daggone play? You know, like a 3rd and 20, 4th and 16, stuff like that. They were just giving that stuff up because we don't have the personnel to make one-on-one tackles. And when you bring a lot of pressure and a lot of blitzing, which I appreciate Washington trying to be that type of defense, but we don't have that type of personnel. And when you bring a lot of pressure and a lot of blitzes, you leave a lot of your players in one-on-one situations, and they were not making the tackles. They were giving up big plays. It was like Washington was almost there, but they were a step too late. So I'm glad they're working on the defense, guys. I hope they just come up with a different a package of defensive plays to fit more of our players on how they play, okay? But you know what? The Redskins announced on last Thursday afternoon, and they hired Ray Horton as their new defensive back coach, okay? And just to give you a little bit of information on him, Horton brings 23 years of coaching experience, including 3 seasons with the Redskins, which were his first 3 coaching years. So he started out as a coach with the Washington Redskins. Now, Ray Horton is from Tacoma, Washington. And see, I'm not born in Tacoma, but I'm living here in Tacoma. I'm living here in Tacoma, Washington right now. A lot of people don't know what Tacoma is, so you know, most of the time I'll say Seattle. But he's from Tacoma, Washington. He played his college football here with the Washington Huskies, guys. He played with the Washington Huskies, and I love the Washington Huskies. Well, back then, I wasn't here in Washington back then when he played. I was in California, I think, somewhere in Germany. I was still in the military back then when he played when he was coaching for the Washington Redskins. Even when he played for the Huskies, I wasn't here in Washington. And but you know, he played in Washington before his 10-year career as a defensive back with the Cincinnati Bengals, and he played for the Cowboys. Most people remember him for the Cowboys. Now, I remember him playing with the Cowboys. You know, Ray Horton played 147 games, totaling 19 career interceptions, and 4 were returned for touchdowns. So just to give you a little background on Ray Horton, where he comes from, how he got started. Now, Ray Horton is a defensive coordinator. He was a defensive coordinator of the Arizona Cardinals for 2 seasons before assuming the same position with the Cleveland Browns in 2013. Now, just to give you a little background about him, guys. Now, as far as his coaching is concerned, he was then a defensive coordinator for the Tennessee Titans back in 2014 and 15 before returning to Cleveland, returning to the Cleveland Browns as a defensive coordinator in 2016. Now, in 4 of Ray Horton's 6 seasons as a defensive coordinator, his units finished among the top 15 in passing defense. Now, that's pretty good when your team is in the top 15 for passing defense, okay? Including 3 times he was in the top 10 in 2012, 2013, and 2015. He had his defense in the top 10. So hopefully he can bring a little bit of knowledge to Washington. Well, a whole lot of knowledge as a new defensive back coach. To coach our corners, to coach our safeties, even the defensive, even the middle linebackers dropping down in the middle of the field into coverage, like in a cover 2 or something like that. But hopefully he has and knows how Washington plays. He look at their personnel and he can make adjustments and call the right plays to put our defensive secondary in the right positions to better make plays. Because when you have to struggle to make plays, that means you're not in the right position. So hopefully he can get this secondary going as a defensive back coach, man. Give us the edge on defense, because I think Washington is almost there. Almost there. So there you go, guys. That's a little bit of information about Redskins. We hired last Thursday. Ray Horton is our new defensive back coach. All right, guys, if you're new to the channel, hopefully I've earned that respect, earned that right for you to hit that subscribe button. Join the team of Hollywood Sports, and we can do this thing, man. We love football on this channel. We love all sports, but our main thing is football. If you like hitting people and you want to slap people around and catch some deep passes and watch some great quarterback play, hit that subscribe button, guys, because we play football around here. And as always, hopefully, I will see everybody on my next video. Thanks for watching.
1990, Sharp Rock jumps up on the scene with a lean and a pocket full of green. The green doesn't symbolize a meaning on the top, but